187. I'm your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here, as always, but not necessarily dressed as I usually am. I'm in a bathrobe today because I had to change my schedule. So I am streaming a bit late today because my babysitter canceled for tonight. So I had a really nice evening. You know, we had chicken noodle soup for dinner. Chicken noodle soup on a cold, blustery, windy December day here in Seattle. Wrestled with the kids, watched cartoons, had a great evening, did bath time, put the kids to bed, and here I am, ready for Scotch and Smoke Rings with all of you tonight. Now, we are going to be playing some Resident Evil 2 eventually, but the thing is, I want today to be a Cyberpunk special because we started Cyberpunk 2077 earlier this week. It went live on Wednesday, and I have been playing it every day since. So I'd like to spend some time answering your questions about Cyberpunk 2077. I've got about 6 or 7 hours into the game now. All of it is live on YouTube and Facebook that you can rewatch. And we'll be doing another Cyberpunk stream tomorrow morning. Now, let me see if I can get the chat up. There we go. All right, so we got the YouTube chat up. Now let me see if I can find Facebook. And there we are. Jake Benz on Facebook with a donation of stars. Thank you very much. Good to see Robin, Matthew, and Matthew on Facebook today. And good to see all of the regular cast of characters, the members, the Patreon subscribers, the regulars on YouTube today. Rachel, Maple God, Weird Beard, Barrel Account, Chininator, Mike, Quinn Tyus, Edward J, Sean Fornango, Rockin' That Gold Derby, Lane Berry with a silver derby. It's getting up there, looking good, Lane. Cliff Sains, Quinn Tyus, and then Amy on YouTube, or I'm sorry, Facebook says, "Hey Ox, glad to see you. We've been waiting for your playthrough of Cyberpunk on and off today. We've been watching it on and off today. My fiance bought it today when he got paid. The enhancements are crazy." They are indeed crazy. And man, what a conflicting game. I mean, years of waiting and anticipation. And I'm not even exaggerating. The first trailer came out in 2013. Years of waiting. And it's kind of, bittersweet. The game is finally here. And it's good, but it could have been better. There are a lot of issues right now. Some of which I'm experiencing as well. Some of which I've talked about on the program. So I look forward to diving into it again tomorrow. No Name says, why are there gates around cemeteries? Because people are dying to get in. Oh. Jake Benz says, Ox, I must say I'm not used to no bowler hat. Well, it's late at night. My bowler hat gets sleepy. After being on my head for most of the day, it needs to spread its legs and just, relax a bit. And I owe it to the hat to go do its own thing for the evenings. It's a slave to my head for most of the day. And at night, that's its time off and gives my hair a chance to, breathe. I got to let that hair breathe during the night. All right, let me light up a cigar. Oh, come on. I've been having some problems with my cigar all day, or my lighter all day today. As we're streaming late today, I might not do the whole hour of Q&A, and I might, just shot a bunch of fuel at myself. I might just dive right into the game a little bit sooner, and I also might not stream quite as late as I typically do, or as long as I typically do, because, I got another stream in the morning. Oh, my God. Okay. There was an air bubble in there. I lost a little bit of fuel, but There, I think just fuel got in there. Josh Bunton in the chat today with a very generous donation. Thank you so much. Says, Ox, when you had alerted Royce to the virus on the disc earlier today, I gunned him down. The lady doesn't get mad. She actually thanks you. Really? When we alerted Royce to the virus on the disc, you gunned him down, and the lady doesn't get mad. She thanks us. Oh. Well, he was the bad guy. I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about my choices during the stream today. I was more focused with just figuring out how to survive. The combat, I'm still getting used to it. The skill tree, it's still just really overwhelming. So I'm not really paying close attention to my actual role-playing choices in the game. The Easy Life says, hey, Oxhorn, good to see some downtime. Baby has colic and has been fussy as all get out. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing all right. Sorry to hear about that. You know, it happens. Both of my kids had colic from time to time as children, and it goes away. But I'm glad you made it to the program today. Jake says, if you ever lost the beard, we'd be in dark times, my friend. Well, never. I mean, that'll never happen. Is someone spreading a rumor that I'm going to shave? Because it's not true. They're liars. I promise. Taylor Ray says, Ox, what are you smoking tonight? I had a Romeo y Juliet Reserve earlier today. Today I am smoking a Brick House. It's one of my new go-to cigars. This is rated 92 on Cigar Aficionado, so it's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. Edward J says, hey, Ox, glad you had a great night with the family. Also, what's your drink of choice tonight? If it's Scotch, did you remember the ice? It's not Scotch tonight. I would have forgotten the ice. But no, I didn't do Scotch tonight just because, well, I felt like a rum and Coke tonight. After my long day, I kind of felt like just doing a rum and Coke with my cigar tonight. So that's what I got today. Rum and Coke time. Cheers. That Twisted Streaks with a tip. Thank you very much, That Twisted Streaks. So, Cyberpunk. I don't know if you've been following it as closely as I have. I know you've been watching my streams, but when I started having as many technical issues as I was having, I began to wonder, is it just me? Is it really just my cursed computer, which has been having so much problems with almost every game I stream? I thought, like, at the end of my first episode, I'm sitting here apologizing to the chat. I'm convinced that it's got to be something wrong with my computer. But I'm browsing the discussion on the Steam page for the game. I'm browsing the Reddit for Cyberpunk 2077. And apparently it's a nightmare out there. And not just on the PC. On the Xbox and the PlayStation as well. People are suffering from issues far worse than anything I suffered on the stream. There were many PC players who had the same foliage mesh pop in at a distance. You could see plants at a distance through buildings. That's what I experienced on my first broadcast. Downloading the latest NVIDIA drivers solved that issue, but there are many people who were experiencing that on the PC. But on consoles especially, there are really horrible texture issues where the characters appear blocky, textures are popping in and out. And then today, during my quest... No, it was last night. It was yesterday. It was towards the end of the episode last night. I had just finished a step in one of my quests, and the quest didn't update, which essentially blocked me from further progress in the game. And I had to reload a quick save that I had just made, thankfully, before I made a major plot choice, so that I could go through it again, and it resolved itself. And there are procedural things like broken quests and NPCs that aren't disappearing when they're supposed to, and things like that people have been reporting as well. So, I mean, I kind of hate to say it. It's only Thursday, the day after the game released, but it kind of looks like a bit of a strained launch for Cyberpunk 2077. If I'm perfectly honest, it's a lot of really kind of serious issues that have gone on with the game. Now, for those who have gotten the game to work, from what I've been reading, they're pretty happy with it. There are a few things that people are complaining about. I don't really know if I share everyone's major complaints. And then again, I'm only a handful of hours into the game, so I don't know the plot. I mean, I haven't even gotten through the prologue yet. But if I had some complaints, I would say that character customization was pretty sparse, I guess I would say, for a game that's supposed to be... Well, I mean, I went into Cyberpunk thinking that this was the game. If ever there was a game where you could create any person you could imagine, it was Cyberpunk. Any gender, any orientation, any size, shape, absolutely anything. But we get into the game and no, that's not it at all. We've got like 10 hairstyle types, a couple of nose and chin options. There's really only 2 beard styles and 2 mustache styles that they kind of swap together. You can't have obese or fat people. You can't change your body type. I mean, you can choose between one of 2 voices. You can have a variety of cosmetic effects for genitalia. But even then, it's there, but it's not really as huge as I would have imagined. But that's not that big of a deal, right? I'm not terribly keen on the character because you can't see your character anyway. The only time you ever see your character is when you look in a mirror, or maybe if there's a cutscene. Or when you change your character's clothes, right? Like if you're in the inventory and you're swapping in and out armor or something like that, then you'll see your character. But it's a first-person game only. You can't see yourself in the third person. And, I prefer first-person games, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I did always enjoy the ability in Fallout 4 to kind of scroll the mouse wheel and zoom out a little bit to see what a new piece of armor looked like on my character, just for the sake of the immersion, right? And we don't have that ability. There's no way to see your character outside of a mirror or a cutscene in the game, which it's a bit of a bummer, especially for a game that has such a focus on customizing your character, or at least that was the marketing that went into the game. So those are just some of the initial things that I've noticed, I've only put about 8 hours into the game. So there are some people who were talking about how they thought every single NPC walking around was beginning to look repetitive. I haven't felt that way yet. Honestly, I do feel like Night City is a pretty huge, sprawling, immersive city. And that's one of the things that I think they did really well. Having lived in San Francisco for many years, having lived in downtown Seattle for many, many years, I'm familiar with living in big cities, and it does kind of feel like a city that grew organically over time, even though that's not actually the lore. It was kind of structured by a guy named Knight. But anyway, it feels like a big city. There's lots of stuff to do. I can say that not every building is explorable. One of the frustrating things is, like, if you start a character, you kind of have to follow the quests. If you just go running off in any direction and trying to open up shops or whatever, you're going to find everything is closed. All the doors are locked. And that's a bit of a bummer. I'd kind of hope that for an open world game that you could disconnect from the plot a little bit at the very beginning. Now, maybe that's true later on, right? Because we are still in the prologue. And we haven't gotten past it yet. So maybe after we finish the prologue, the city opens up a bit, and perhaps I'm judging that part of the game a bit too prematurely. But it did feel like I have to stick too much to the primary plot. I can't just go off and do my own thing yet. But yeah, I don't know. I'm intimidated by the character build. The gunplay is a little clunky, if I'm perfectly honest. I think part of that may just be that I've got such a young character. I'm sure there are plenty of perks that I can specialize into that make the character much more easy to use in combat. And as I get used to it, perhaps it'll start coming together. But my initial reaction is that trying to do combat is just kind of clunky. Especially stealth, I think, is one of the most clunky aspects of the game. And the reason for that is because unlike in The Witcher 3, where you did a quick barrel roll by tapping Alt, or a big dive backwards by pressing space or whatever, to dodge, you press A and D, which just so happened to be the same buttons you use to move left and right. So when you're crouched down and you're trying to sneak around the corner, you're pressing A, but if you tap it a little bit too quickly, then suddenly your character dodges out from behind cover and you've revealed yourself. And I'm like, I didn't mean to do that, right? So maybe I could solve that by binding it to different keys or something. But stealth is tricky. All of the times I've had to do stealth, I've died a lot. I've had to come up with different ways to get around it. I really need to wrap my head around the hacking mechanism. And it has a lot of potential. And I'm sure I'm probably going to really enjoy it as I get into it more. But I'm finding it difficult to understand how some of the different hacks work that I'm using. So I think I just need to play it more to figure it out. Jake Benz says, I promised I would make it to Scotch and Smoke Rings tonight, and I have. You did, my friend, and well on time. It's so good to see you. The Twisted Streaks with a tip. Thank you very much, The Twisted Streaks. Sean Fernango says, there is a shotgun that can shoot through walls. It's so awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get it. I think I actually did get it. There's a shotgun that I got in our last battle that has a piercing status effect that can shoot through medium level walls. And so I'm looking forward to testing that out in our next battle. The Easy Life says, oh no ox hat. It's like Excalibur with no sword. Well, wait a minute. No, wouldn't my head be the sword and the hat itself be the sheath? I don't know. Excalibur with no sheath, is that what you meant? That's a great analogy. Thank you so much. Chris says, you look so comfy, brother. Have you checked out Kid Cudi? His new album premieres Friday. Have you had a good week? Do you have any music recommendations? Thanks, man. I am feeling pretty cozy. I'm not familiar with Kid Cudi. I'll have to look him up. Music recommendations. I don't spend a lot of time listening to music these days. I enjoy Sabaton. I like TYR, Ruckus Roboticus. I listen to them a lot. Toxic Sean says, hey, Oxhorn, I am excited for tonight's stream. So am I. Looking forward to some Resident Evil 2 Claire's story. Dangerous Gambit says, glad to see you still going well, Ox. Glad to be playing 2077 regardless. Yeah, so am I. I'm glad I got it working. I'm really frustrated that I can't play in 4K. I spent, several hours today after the program trying to figure out how to get it to work. I went to the Nexus mods and I installed a bunch of mods that said that they could unlock the ability to play in 4K. I tried accessing 4K from NVIDIA's Profile Inspector and then using NVIDIA GeForce Experience to change my in-game resolution instead of the in-game menu. Like, I've tried everything I can, and even though I'm playing on a 4K monitor on a system that is set to display at 4K, I cannot play on 4K in Cyberpunk 2077. And if there's ever a game that you want to enjoy in 4K, it's this game, and I can't. Now, it's not going to hurt the stream that much, so it's just a personal beef. It doesn't really impact what you guys see, but it's really frustrating as a guy who, invested a lot in my rig here, and I can't enjoy this game in 4K. But it's also something that I haven't seen people complain a lot about. So I don't understand it. I don't get why I don't have the option. Basically, a god says, hey, Ox, loving the haircut. Thanks, did it myself. Had pictures last weekend, had to cut the hair. Toxic Sean says, I'm avoiding 2077 streams to play with no spoilers. No worries, no spoilers here, my friend. I'm not even far enough into the game to give away any spoilers, but I'll be sure not to do any spoilers during Scotch and Smoke Rings today. Ranker says, nice robe. Very dude of you. There are duderific things about me. They'll come out eventually. No Name says, I am disappointed at the lack of dad jokes tonight. Never fear, we're not far into the program. I'm sure they'll come out. Rachel says, I was upset I could customize genitals but couldn't make myself a bit chubby. The kids are disturbing too. They're shrunken adults with adult-like bodies. Oh yeah, that's another point. I noticed that as well. All of the kids look really weird. They look beefy. They could take you on in a fight. They don't look like kids. They look like dwarfs. Instead of kids with really, their bones are still growing. They've got adult-sized bone structure, just shrunken down. It's kind of weird. I'm glad I'm not the only one who noticed that. Yeah, I was also bummed that I couldn't change my character size. I wanted to make my V a big chunky guy with a beard, like me, but no, I couldn't do that. That was a bummer. Josh Bunton says, what's your favorite Sabaton song? I enjoy Prima Victoria. Panzer Battalion is cool. The way the song sounds is good. Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. The Easy Life says, my apologies. It's like Arthur without Excalibur. Oh, I see. So I'm Arthur and the hat is Excalibur. I'm not Excalibur the sword and the hat is my sheath. Okay. Thank you for that, The Easy Life. Rancor says, I suggested them once before, but have you listened to the greatest band of all time? Tragedy. The all-metal tribute to the Bee Gees. I did look them up, I think, after you mentioned it many months ago. I looked them up and listened to a few songs. So thanks to you, I am now familiar with Tragedy, the Bee Gees all-metal tribute band. That's great. Thank you, Ranker. Dangerous Gambit says, kids on steroids. Ha! It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? The kids look funny. Aiden James says, my birthday was last Sunday. Happy birthday, Aiden. Thanks for letting me know. And thank you for your donation of stars, Aiden. Tech1 says, Ox, have you heard of Ghost of Tsushima? I have. It looks amazing, and I'm so bummed that I can't play it on the PC. When/if it ever comes to the PC, I will play it. And I have hope that it will. After all, Horizon Zero Dawn did, and it's such a good game. Like, I saw when it was released, and I was kind of bummed that I couldn't play it on the PlayStation, but I'm like, I probably won't get into it. And then it comes out on the PC, and the chat was like, well, now it's out, you should probably try it. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. I'm ending up loving this game. It's such a good game. So, yeah, I hope Ghost of Tsushima will come out on the PC maybe next year. Joey says, hello, Oxhorn. Here's a throwback. Gen 3 synths are not toasters. Lol, I agree. A Gen 2 synth might be a toaster. Definitely a Gen 1 synth. But a Gen 3 synth is not a toaster. Kurglow says, Disco Elysium, the final cut. I don't know. I think we got a lot of Disco Elysium when we did our Disco Elysium stream. That was a lot of talking. I barely had a chance to get very far in any of my cigars during my Disco Elysium streams because I was just talking the entire time. There was no downtime for me. I'm talking to the chat, then I'm describing what I'm doing, then there's no talking NPCs or very few, so I'm reading every scrap of text in the game. It was a great game, but a lot of talking for me. Toxic Sean says, I really like the band Ensiferum. They are fun. All right, I'm going to make a note of these. Ensiferum. I'll look them up after the broadcast today. Deuteronomus says, though I'll also say this about Cyberpunk, the PC edition. I'm disappointed it doesn't come with a game disc. Consoles got 2 discs, a game disc and a play disc. Too expensive, I guess. It hurts, though. I mean, it's the way of the industry. I feel ya. If anything, having an actual game disc for the game, it's, a collectible. It's just something to put on the shelf. I'll never forget, I bought a digital version of Fallout 76, but then Bethesda sent me another copy of Fallout 76. And when I got it, it came in the nice little silver case, right? And I'm like, ooh, cool, a little collector's edition. I open it up, no disc inside. It was just the case. So it was to the point where, like, collecting the cases for video games has become such a thing that they wanted to make a case, but they didn't want to bother producing the actual game. So they created a case for a disc that they didn't make and then sent the case out as part of a collector's edition. It was just so bizarre to me when I got that. I'm like, wow, it's literally just the case because everything is digital these days. Digital distribution. Robin says, true story. My daughter and I got a fish. I said, what are you going to name your fish? She said, dunno. I said, well, that's a nice name. Oh, no, she said Donna. And I said, that's a nice name, but I thought it was a little odd and random. And I said, why did you choose that name? And she says, you know, Donna, 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 Donna. Oh, no. So it wasn't Batman. It was Donna, 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 Donna. Okay. So like the Jaws theme. Thank you, Robin. Dangerous Gambit says, ray tracing is so taxing on Cyberpunk. Linus did it in 8K and it had major problems. See, I've got ray tracing enabled and it has zero impact on my gameplay. It also has zero impact on aesthetic. Like, I can't even tell that it's enabled. But if I show you my system specs, it is enabled. I have a ray tracing enabled graphics card, but I'm not seeing any difference. Perhaps it's because I am only able to play in HD. I can't play in 4K. I don't know why. It pisses me off. It's like, it's making me so mad. But yeah, ray tracing appears to have no effect for some reason. Rachel says, is the plan going forward Cyberpunk Monday through Friday? It is, Rachel. It is. I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk for quite some time. I at least want to stream the main story. I don't know about every side quest and all of that. Maybe if we really get into it, we will. But I definitely want to go through the main story. Whatever Tube says, I watched the first few hours of Cyberpunk and it's midnight, but it's okay. I'm up here with you and everybody else. Cyberpunk looks crazy huge. I mean, it does look like a sprawling game. I can't wait to explore more. Rancor says they just teased the pre/sequel to Disco Elysium. Oh, it's a prequel to Disco Elysium? Wow. Sounds fascinating. I'll have to check it out. Jake Benz on Facebook says, what did one fish say to the other fish? Fish, please. Thank you, Jake. Team Widowmaker Combat Robotics says it still looks good in HD. Yeah, it does when there aren't any graphical glitches. And thankfully, I've been pretty lucky with my live stream. There was the first hour where we had all of those horrible graphical glitches. But then after that, after I fixed it, it was looking really pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. Dangerous Gambit says, still looks beautiful regardless. It does. And whenever we have an opportunity to see the skyline or to see the city from one of the tops of one of the buildings, it just takes my breath away. That's all just an interactive, explorable building with few loading screens. I mean, all of the interiors that we can explore, we don't have to zone in. At least not very many that we've had to do. It's just all kind of open world, which itself is enough of a feat. Noah Mooney says, have you played Rage 2? I have, and I streamed the entire game here on this channel. The playlist is available if you would like to see it. Lightskins with 2 Z's says, shot o'clock, Ox. Shot o'clock, my friend. Hiroko says, what kind of GPU are you running, Oxhorn? I have it linked in the description in my PC part picker list, but it's a 2080 Ti RTX. Water-cooled. Aurorus, or Aorus is the brand, I believe. It's a GeForce RTX. Aorus, I believe is the brand. Jake Benz says, I can't wait to move into our new apartment next month. We got top floor with a view of our town and a window for our Sphinx kitty Caesar to lay in. Wow, well, congratulations. Moving into a new apartment, that's a moment in a young adult's life. It's a lot of fun. So congratulations, and I hope you really enjoy it. Have you played Oblivion, says Winter. No, I never did. Have you played Minecraft, says Riley. No, I never did. A lot of games I have not played, but thanks to this stream, I've been catching up on some of the best games of the 2010s. I got a new air filter for my office. It does a really good job of sucking all this smoke out of the air. But the downside is that it's so windy in here now that I can't get out a good smoke ring. It fades away really quickly. Brandon Dunn says, hey Oxhorn, longtime subscriber, first time chatter, how's life treating you? Can't complain. I mean, it's the middle of a pandemic in 2020. My life has changed a lot this year. But I have not caught COVID. My kids are healthy and safe. I didn't lose my job. I really can't complain. My brother lost his job due to COVID and the pandemic and all of that. So, you know, I know a lot of people who have, and it's a hard time for so many. So I'm feeling very fortunate indeed. Very fortunate. Ronan says there's a band that's really cool called Murder by Death. Let's check it out. I'll add it to my list of bands to check out. A Marshall says, hey Ox, wondering if you like 76 or 4 better. I like 4 better. I like 76 a lot. I think that they changed a number of the game mechanics that are better and greatly improved from Fallout 4. Like being able to eat and drink things right on the shelf instead of having to loot it first, then access it from your inventory. Little things like that. But in terms of story and characters and kind of the worlds you can explore, I like 4 better. But 76 is still a lot of fun. No Name says, we are still waiting for that Minesweeper stream. Look, I never promised to do a Minesweeper stream. I think that came up in the chat as a joke one day, like a year ago. And I never promised to do it. So, you know, you can wait all you want. I'm probably never going to do Minesweeper live on camera. Mainly because I don't know how to play the game. Like, I kind of know how it works, and I'm not good at it. I can do Tetris. I can do Snake. I can do Solitaire. I can do Alien Invaders and Pac-Man. But I can't do Minesweeper that well. Like, I'm not good at that game. So I would just embarrass myself. Dangerous Gambit says, you're my go-to guy for Fallout lore. I love watching your channel. Thank you very much, Dangerous Gambit. Lots more Fallout lore to come. By the way, even though Cyberpunk dropped this week, I did get a lore video done. It's going to be all about the random encounters of Fallout 76 Wastelanders, which I'll publish this weekend on Saturday. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. So stay tuned for that. Rachel says, my bird broke his leg today, so I made him a splint out of matches. His face lit up when he tried to walk. Where's my rum? Thank you, Rachel. Mark in Gig Harbor says, good evening, Ox. Been playing Demon's Soul and Cyberpunk 2077. I'm ready to sit back and watch you play some Resident Evil 2. Let's get it. Thank you very much, Mark. I can't wait to dive into Resident Evil 2 again. Mega Glow says, the YouTube channel Gamer Ranks just did a top 10 things they don't tell you on Cyberpunk. No spoilers and very informative. One was how side quests affect the end. I see. Another one of those things where I got to do all of the side quests before the primary plot. Okay. Well, I'll bear that in mind. Thank you very much, Mega Glow. Wandering Paladin says, a rabbit, a priest, and a minister walk into a bar. The rabbit says, darn, autocorrect. A rabbit instead of a rabbi. I like it. Vincent Malia says, good evening, Ox. For Cyberpunk 2077, I went with the street kid background. I also noticed there's dialogue which lets you choose your background to gain info. Yeah, I've noticed that too while playing my character. I've been learning more about the drifters. Is that what they're called? By choosing dialogue options. So I thought that's a clever way of putting it together. Toxic Sean says, what game will you do next for Scotch and Smoke Rings? Another Resident Evil? Maybe. People have been really enjoying my Resident Evil streams. I might do another one. I've got a couple of horror games lined up. Like I recently purchased Maid of Sker because it looked really interesting. I haven't played it yet, but I've got it. I've got Layers of Fear 2. I've got Plague's Tale Innocence. I played about an hour of that. That was really good. It's a bit slow paced, but really good game. Don't know if it would be suitable for Scotch and Smoke Rings, though. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But yeah, I've got a couple of darker games that would be good for Scotch and Smoke Rings that I can check out. Or I could go with another Resident Evil game. Haven't decided yet. Michael Mosky says, Ox Little Nightmares 2 is coming out. Oh, really? I'll make a note of that. We'll check it out as well. Briefcase Joe says, do you know when the next Cyberpunk update will come? I really don't. I mean, I think... I'm sure Cyberpunk has their hands full right now. They're probably working. Or I think CD Projekt Red has their hands full. They're probably working on a lot. And I think we'll probably get a quality of life update as soon as they possibly can. Jake on Facebook says, a smoke puff will have to suffice tonight instead of a smoke ring. Yeah, we'll just have to do smoke puffs tonight. No smoke rings tonight. Winter says, Ox, are you going to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Maybe. After all, we're really close to finishing Horizon Zero Dawn. We beat the primary plot to The Witcher. We've got a few more DLCs for The Witcher, but then we're done. So, yeah, we finished Disco Elysium. We finished Wasteland 3. I've got a few slots to fill. So maybe I'll do Valhalla if people are interested in it enough. Michael Mosky with some smoke hearts. Thank you very much, Michael. Vincent Malia says, Phasmophobia is supposed to be scarier than Visage. Really? Phasmophobia? All right. I'll add that to the list. The Easy Life says, the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve time travelers. Two time travelers walk into a bar. Nice. I see what you did there. I see what you did. Dirty McCormick says, Ox, you still have about 40 to 50 hours left of The Witcher 3. Between the two DLCs, do I really? Good. Good. I'm not getting tired of it. I'm enjoying the game. I hope I have a lot more. Weird Beard says, I still say A Plague's Tale. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a dark game. Like, it's really sad. But it's really cool, too. Michael Yang says, are you familiar with Studio Ghibli films? If yes, what is your favorite? I'm not familiar, no. I sadly don't know enough about it. But maybe I'll look it up. Maybe I've seen a film and I just don't realize it. Studio Ghibli. Rachel says, can we get a detective game on Mondays after Cyber? You like detective game Mondays, huh? That is always fun. Vampire was kind of a detective game at times, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe. Though it's hard, right? Eventually I'll run out of detective games, and I think I would probably run out of them very easily. After all, I finished L.A. Noire, and L.A. Noire was such a great game. I mean, so conflicted over the ending even after all this time. But it was such a great game that it's hard to top. Shadow Snake 89 says, Evening Ox replayed the Powder Ganger quest line in New Vegas and realized from the static escapees that the prison was grossly overcrowded. Yeah, no, it was grossly overcrowded, and what's really interesting is it was an NCR penal colony in the Mojave Wasteland, where we actually learn a little bit about kind of what happened at the end of Fallout 2 based on the Powder Ganger plotline, because we find a guy from New Reno there. Which means that New Reno fell under NCR jurisdiction by the time of Fallout New Vegas. So even though it was still run by the crime families, as we learned when doing the Honest Hearts DLC, it still fell under NCR jurisdiction. I organized all of the Powder Ganger plot lines into its own playlist, which you can find on my channel, to get the full Powder Ganger picture. Which game turned out to be a big disappointment for you, says Alt Grendel? Really hard to say. I was personally heartbroken that Fallout 76 got the reception that it did upon release. I felt like it wasn't entirely fair. I felt like that much of it was legitimate. I think the decision to have no living human NPCs was bad. There were a lot of graphical glitches that were poorly done. That was a bad choice. But I felt like the world itself was interesting enough to keep me there. And I felt like a lot of the criticism just ignored all of the interesting stuff, all of the good of the game. So I felt like the reception it got was unfair. So that was a huge disappointment. And yet at the same time, there was so much criticism that was just spot on as well. So the fact that a Fallout game came out to such criticism and partially deserved it was disappointing to me. But let's see. Rage 2 was okay. Okay, I tell you what. Wolfenstein Youngblood. I was really disappointed with Wolfenstein Youngblood. It was savaged by critics, and it deserved it. It really deserved it. I streamed it live on the channel. I went through the entire thing. I enjoyed some of it, but I was mostly annoyed by it. Like, I laughed a lot, and it wasn't. I didn't laugh a lot because it was legitimately funny. I laughed a lot because it was just. It didn't mean to be funny. So that was a bummer. I enjoyed Wolfenstein Cyberpilot as a VR game. We streamed that entire thing on the program as well. I would say that it was short. It was short. And that was how I was disappointed with how short it was. But what we got was good and well done. Jessica says, could you play a Sherlock Holmes game on Mondays? I could. I don't know. I wonder. I worry about audience, right? Like, I would personally be very interested in playing a Sherlock Holmes game. Another Frogwares game would be fun. I wonder, like, is the audience there? I know Jessica and Rachel and many of you longtime viewers would probably really enjoy it, and I'm grateful for that. I wonder if many other people would enjoy it though. Like, I loved Disco Elysium, and I know so many of you loved Disco Elysium, but it wasn't like a big hit on my channel, right? It didn't like bring in all the new blood. So the viewership wasn't really there, but I went through it anyway because I just personally loved the game. So I don't know if I'd have to take a look at Sherlock Holmes again, maybe play through an hour or so of it and decide. Rachel says, I second that, Jessica Sharp. Maybe I'll have to do Sherlock Holmes just for you guys. Right. It would be a lot of fun. Dangerous Gambit says, do you think Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is going to be a good game? That's come up in the chat a few times, and I've looked up at the trailers, and honestly, they didn't stick with me, so I don't really know enough about them. I can't answer that. I'll have to watch the trailers again. Vampire Masquerade 2. Yeah, Youngblood was such a huge disappointment. I was so bummed. Especially since the other ones were so good. Like, I went through every single Wolfenstein game, having not played a Wolfenstein game since the 90s, because, well, I played one, and it was so great that I just went through all of them. And then Youngblood comes out, and I was like, oh, man, what a disappointment. Nimble Barrett says, "Hey Oxhorn, I've been a fan since the Inventing Swear Words days. I know you have no plans on doing Machinima again, but I miss your stories." Well, thank you, Nimble Barrett. I would love, I was actually, talking to my YouTube guy about this. Every now and then he'll call me up and we'll chat about my channel and the future of it and where I'm going and all of that. And he didn't know that I had a previous channel on YouTube. And so I told him about it, and he's going through my old Machinima movies going, "Wow, you made all of these? Holy cow, 17 million views? What the heck? Why aren't you doing this?" And I had to explain to him that every single Machinima movie I did took an enormous amount of time. Like the shorter music videos, I could, knock one of those out in a couple of days, maybe a week. But the longer 10 to 15 minute original story Machinimas, that's like a month or two of work, of solid work. And, in the early days of YouTube, that was fine. When I wasn't trying to do this as my bread and butter, that was fine. But now that this is my job, I got to produce content more quickly. And so content that takes a lot of effort and time just doesn't pay the way I would hope. Bigger channels like Kurt Sigard, the In a Nutshell guys, they can get away with really high production because they've got a huge subscriber base. And, it pays. But my subscriber base is kind of modest. I have a modest subscribership. All right, ladies and gents, I think we're going to transition to the game here soon. Get an hour or so in of Resident Evil 2 before I head to bed so that I can be refreshed in time for Cyberpunk 2077 in the morning. Right. Ooh, there it is. All right, things getting spooky.
Resident Evil 2.
I always laugh at that. All right, let's get the chat back up because it flew off the screen when I went full screen. Okay, why is the chat not working? Give me a second. Maybe because it's maximized? Let's try that. Please don't freak out. Oh, what's going on? All right, so the problem is that my oh, maybe it's because it's full screen. Let's try getting on a full screen. There we go. Well, why did that happen? What? I'm getting the same glitch that I'm getting in Cyberpunk 2077. The only resolution I'm seeing available to me in Resident Evil 2 is 1920 1080. Is that normal? I don't recall that being normal. If that's the case, then it's my issue, but it's a new issue. Maybe it has something to do with the new drivers I installed. I did update my drivers for Cyberpunk. Could that have made it so that games no longer detect the 4K aspect of my system? That would be very weird. Nick says, hello, Ox, big fan here. Big controversy at the Game Awards tonight. Last of Us Part 2 got Game of the Year and people are not happy about it. I heard about that. Yeah, big controversy indeed. Weremy says, speaking of the inventing swear words machinima, I bet you don't play fantasy games due to not being able to stay 10 feet away from elves. Watch them s'mores. That's one of the reasons, my friend. The Easy Life says, which Fallout has the best soundtrack? Fallout 4, I think. Are both monitors 4K, says Brett Buss? No. No, they're not. Like, my primary gaming monitor is 4K, but this monitor over here that I only use for my chat is just regular HD. But this has never been a problem before. Like, I've streamed almost all of my games in 4K, and it's never been a problem. But now, after updating my drivers, the games I'm playing don't even register 4K as an option. At least these two games. I should really test it with some other games. How could that be? Like, I'm racking my brain trying to figure out how that could have happened. That shouldn't happen when you update your drivers, man. And I had to update my drivers to get the graphical glitch in Cyberpunk to go away. Well, maybe it's not the drivers at all. But I haven't made any other changes to my system, so what else could it be? Christian says, good haircut, I give your execution 10 out of 10. Well, thank you very much. You're very kind. All right, well, let's get to the game. Huh. That's weird. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, see? There's nothing beyond 1920 1080. Mr. Truth says Oxhorn, did Windows update recently? Yes, actually, it did. That might have something to do with it. Would explain why no one else I'm seeing online is complaining of the same issue. But like my desktop resolution is still on 4K. Like I can still set my desktop to 4K. I just can't play any game in 4K. What a weird thing. That's like a weird bug to get. No Name says it's Todd Howard's fault. When in doubt, blame Todd Howard. Is that it? That's the rule of the internet now, eh? VB Prank says, how's your day going? It's going all right, my friend. Can't complain. All right, let's try and get back into the game. Let's see. What am I doing? Find the plugs. Obtained electrical part. Oh, this doggone puzzle again. Oh. Okay, well, I've only got one. Let's get rid of the tape. Don't need that. Let's go to our stash. Let's drop off that. The Wizard of Wordplay says, do you have the Evil Within 1 and 2 on your list? I don't. I actually bought the Evil Within, and I tried them out, and I just didn't get into them. I don't know what it was, but I played maybe an hour of the Evil Within 1, and it was so predictable. Well, okay, I take that back. Well, it was so predictable in that it was unpredictable. Like they were teleporting you from one moment in time to the other, and you never knew what was going on. And it's as if they were relying upon disorientation to be the driving force of horror in the game, and that just pissed me off. I was like, if you're gonna make a good horror game, make it legitimately scary. Don't just confuse your player and have that be the reason people get scared. So. But then again, I didn't give it a good enough chance, so maybe that's on me. Okay, so we've got this tool, which we can still use, so we'll keep it in our inventory. And we've got that, which is a rook piece. Oh, I gotta remember what the key to this was, and I forget. The rook's next to the knight, but not facing the queen. The king ain't next to the queen. Let's just put it next to the knight. Where's the knight? That's pawn. That's knight. So rook next to knight. But not next to the queen. What's that? That's the bishop. But not facing the queen. The king ain't next to the queen, but facing the knight, right at the end. And the knight ain't where the case marking says. And the knight ain't where the case marking says? Oh, they changed the riddle! This isn't the same riddle that was with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. What? They made it more complicated now. The knight is not where the case marking says? Oh, so we can't depend on that. What can we... That means we can only depend upon the pawn. We have to do this entire thing based on the pawn? Oh, God, I'm going to hate this. Why? Capcom, would you do that to me? All right, I've got submachine gun ammo. I've got large caliber ammo. That's my large caliber 55 caliber. So we'll put that there. Then I've got this sucker. Well, I don't need to carry all of these weapons, so let's put something back. This takes up 2 slots. Let's put that back for now. How am I doing on health? I'm doing okay. All right, now to figure out what to do next. It's like I have to resolve the entire puzzle again. Okay, so what have I got? I've got the twisty thing. But I already opened the workroom lift with it. Oh. Okay, this can show me where I haven't gone yet. Bottom walkway. That's blocked. Workers' break room. That's a locked door. That's another plug socket. Water chamber, water injection chamber. Well, let's roam around a bit, see if we can get where we need to go. Edward J says, I'm back, but sadly didn't finish the heist before I got here. Gonna finish it later. That's okay. I haven't even started the heist yet. We're gonna pick up with the heist in tomorrow's broadcast. Okay, have we been down here yet? I think we have. That's gonna take us down to the sewers. Maybe we can get to the bottom. No, we can't get there. That's locked. So no point in going down there. Instead, let's try going down here. Kuro says, Ox, what's wrong with your cone? My cone? My traffic cone? Don't know what you mean, my friend. Traffic cone?
ID wristband required for cable car entry.
Oh, and that's blocked off. Okay, so we have to go that way. Kuro says, "Oh, your nose. I'm equalizing pressure. All right. So I had an ear surgery earlier this year to repair a hole that was in one of my eardrums. So air had been flowing from my ear canal through my eustachian tube into my my sinuses pretty freely up until that point. But when I repaired the hole, it created a blockage in my ear canal, and air can't flow freely. So now I get these weird pops of air that are actually quite painful in my sinuses, or in my ear. It almost feels like an ear infection. And the only way that I can get rid of the pain is to suck on my new repaired eardrum through my eustachian tube by equalizing. It just changes the pressure in my sinuses. Yeah, 2020 has been pretty nasty to me at times. So yeah, I probably need to get a new tube installed in my eardrum to release the pressure again. But something I'll deal with later. I know I'm busy. Mr. Master Chief says, "Hey, Oxhorn, just got here from lunch. Now it's going to enjoy your stream while continuing Cyberpunk. Enjoy Cyberpunk, my friend. We'll pick up with that tomorrow." Bulb says, "Hi, Ox. Can you say hello to my cat, Stiltskin?" Yeah, hi there, Stiltskin. Hi, Stiltskin. Does he respond to his name? Hi, Stiltskin. Okay, so that's the locked door to the control room. Oh, it's not locked. Oh, but that just leads back here. Oh, good. Did I learn what this was?
You asshole!
Oh, I don't have a knife. Combination in the side of the safe. Unlocking the U area door. There are alarms going off all over Nest. Nothing is telling us. Hi, Ox, you can try the T-tool on the locked door, says Zane the Insane. Oh, is that what I can do? Alright, I want to find the key to that locker as well. Oh, this puts me back here, really? Ah! Alright, well, let's go to the locked door then. Well, is there a passcode to that lock that I just found? No, it must be on the other side of that door. Alright, well, I'll try the tool on that locked door then. Maybe that's what it is. We already opened the safe and we didn't find anything interesting in there. Actually, I think we did. I think we found a weapon mod in there. Oh, come on. I thought he was dead. We do have two paths here. Oh, this is what I've been missing. I just went the wrong way last time. Still more to use it for. So I'm not in the clear just yet. There it is. Key. Mr. Master Chief says, oh, and Ox, be careful if you finish the heist mission in the game, because on my console, when I finish it, my game crash jumps back to my console homepage. But I know you're not in console. Just make sure you save before it happens. Thank you. I have heard about a number of game-breaking bugs like that, so I'll be very careful.
Okay. This place is creepy.
Aren't they supposed to disturb the water?
Jesus. They're everywhere.
Rockland F with a sticker tip. Thank you very much, Rockland. Oh, I saw it. What? Do I have a poison antidote? Oh, I can't go back. Great.
Seriously.
Okay, how do I cure poison? I guess it's one of my mixes back at base, but I can't go back. Crap. I don't remember poison from the game earlier. It better give me everything I need to cure poison. Gosh, whenever she coughs, she becomes completely unresponsive.
Oh no!
All right, gotta find myself some blue herb.
Serious?
They're not so bad to kill when she's not hacking her lungs up.
Oh no. Seriously?
Really? All right, can I go into that tube? No. And it's clear. No blue herbs inside the bottom waterway. Toxic Sean says it's an eye juice milkshake. Mmm. Appetizing. Okay, if I remember correctly, this was a bit of a puzzle, too. Purple. Yes. Red herb. Can be used as is. Restores a small amount of health. Will fully restore your health. Doesn't say anything about poisoned. I need the blue herb. Great. Wrong herb. Okay, this is where I get the king. If I recall. What is that? Cool looking weapon. There. Removes toxins from the body. They rearranged this.
What the fuck?
No!
You asshole.
Oh, that's the king. Spark shot. This gun fires wired metal prongs into your target, allowing you to fry it with electricity for as long as you have the weapon raised. You're holding the right click and continue to stay focused on your target. However, if you let the guns send too much power over the wires will snap after one final surge. Oh, cool. Awesome. And that's everything. Bingo. Okay. So I've got the rook. I need the knight. I've got the pawn. I've got the bishop. I've got the king and the queen. No, it looks like I need 3 more. I need the knight. I need the... Do I have the pawn? Well, I can't wait to use this gun. This will be exciting. Now, as for these sewers, looks like these are clear as well. And we've got the key to that locked door. Frost Witch says, now you have your own Tesla rifle. I do. I wonder how I'll get it more ammunition. I've only got 6 rounds left, so I should probably save it. Oh, that's right. This is the way. Boom! Wow! Useful! Oh, thank God. I hate that part of the game. I mean, I love it because it's really creative, but man, it's tricky. All right, so the only thing I don't have is the password to that locker. It's broken. What? No, I gotta go all the way back. You're kidding me. Oh, no, that's annoying. It connects right there, too. So there's no way to get through this door. Lame. Well, let's find that locked door. See what's on the other side. Although I should probably go get more ammunition. I think I've got some in my stash. Come on! Of course he's standing right on the other side of the door. Right around the corner. Oh, yuck. That was graphic. Ugh. Do I have to do that all over again? No. Josh Bunton says, tonight's stream has been sponsored by Cheap Bosses who got sued, and I finally got my settlement check from And the Color Blue. Wow, thank you very much for your generosity, and I'm glad you won against those cheap bosses of yours. All right, so we've got guys hiding around the corners here. This is where I came from. Oh, that's the puzzle. Right. Run away! Alright, so no point in going up there. I've got healing back at my safe room. Just gotta remember where the jump scares are.
Son of a bitch!
There's one fried to a crisp. I love it. There's one at the top of the stairs, isn't there? Where is the locked door? There. No, I can't get through there. That's where I just was. Right? Yeah, that was the staircase I tried to come up from. So, lower walkway? Well, let's go up to the safe room. He's going to be right on the other side of this door, though. How am I going to get him? Oh! Can't believe I missed.
Are you serious?
Oh, I wasted a bullet. Oh. All right. Can I craft ammo for this sucker? Oh, I had a hand grenade with me the entire time. All right, I can make one more of these. And I only have high-grade gunpowder. Oh, but I'm on caution. I don't want to waste it. All right, well, I'll save it for later. Okay, so the only one I can rely on is Pawn. Okay, Pawn is there. Rook is next to Knight, but not facing the Queen. The King ain't next to the Queen, but it is facing the Knight, right at the end. And the Knight ain't where the case marking says. It's facing the Knight at the end. But it's so... that would be here. But the Knight isn't across where the case marking is? But not facing the Queen. So I can't put the Queen there because that would be right next to the King. All right, so then that means... King at the end. Knight. Next to King. No, knight facing king. Rook next to knight. Queen can't be facing which one? Rook is next to the knight, but not facing the queen. So the rook can't face the queen. The king is not next to the queen, but it is facing the knight right at the end, and the knight ain't where the case marking says. So the rook cannot face the queen, which means it goes here.
All right, Sherry. On my way.
The Wizard of Wordplay says you missed my second donation. Now you have to play Evil Within 2. Oh, no. Well, let's see if I can scroll up and find that second donation. The Wizard of Wordplay. Sorry. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling up. I don't see it. Must have been a while ago. Oh, Gaming Show says, what headphone and mic do you use? I'm using DT770 Pro 250 ohm. DT770 Pro. And then this is a Shure SM7B. SM7B. Frostwitch says, now you've got a Tesla rifle. I read that one. The Wizard of Wordplay. I don't see another one that you did, my friend. But I don't know if I want to play The Evil Within. Okay. So, well, what am I missing in this room? It's still red. But I solved that puzzle. I guess we go down there. All right, let's save. Wandering Paladin says, do not go through the door. Check the other areas first. Oh, did I forget something? What have I forgotten? I have a key for a locked door, but I don't see the locked... Oh, locked door. Oh. The lower waterway. All right. I'll go through that last then. Thank you, Wandering Paladin. Nope, that wasn't it. I don't think so. Hold on. Getting all turned around. Yeah, that just leads back to the room that drops down, doesn't it? Right. Okay. That's what I thought. Toxic Sean says, Oxhorn Leghorn. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, Toxic Sean. That goes to the workroom lift, but there is that pathway over there. That's where I came in. Ah, good. This is it. Yes. Raccoon City Jazz Fest. Oh, this is the code to the locker. SZF. Oh, now I gotta go find that locker again. SZF. Don't let me forget it. Oh, SZF. Where was that? It's not showing. Lower waterway? Oh, that's the upper waterway. But how do I get... That doesn't go anywhere. It's in the office? Oh, right. Wandering Paladin says secret door behind the cabinet in that room. Thanks. Forgot about it. That's where I got my mod. Ooh, did I miss ammunition? Where was that now? In here somewhere. There we go. Got it. All right, so this will just bring me back to the secret room in the mayor's office, which I don't really need to go to right now. Right now, I'm still trying to solve the puzzle here in underground. This is where I had that battle, but I'm trying to figure out why it's still red. Oh, I can't go down this way anymore, can I? It's in the office up the stairs. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you. Okay. So that leads to the water injection chamber. Do I really need the rook again to get back to the water injection chamber? Looks like I do. Oh, I see. So it was broken from that side, but not from this one. Now it's done. Okay, well that brings us back here, but we need to go up to there for the locker. And that's this way. Come over here. Come over here. Come on, you little crawdad. Crawl to me. S Z F. Yay! And it's clear. Bingo. Okay, so that leaves everything explored except one room. Well, we need to go down through all of this, of course. But before we go through there, we need to get the walkway. Yeah, the water injection chamber. And for that, we need the rook. Ah! Zane the Insane says it's been 2077, Ox. Still couldn't leave the sewers. Nope, still couldn't leave them. Douglas Delegard says been waiting for my net to reconnect, so I'm watching on my phone. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that your net went down, my friend, but I'm glad you joined us on the phone. All right, let's go get the rook. And first, let's save. Where did we put the rook again? It was next to the knight. There. Okay, let's see if we can go back. Oh, it's open now. Great, so we can take it with us. And leave it if we want. Okay, so to get back there, we need to go, is it back to the workroom lift? Must be. Water treatment facility. Got it. That's everything. Or that's water injection chamber. Okay, now we just need to get the rook back and go down, and we're done. We got all that done. Dang it. I mean, we don't really need the rook again, do we? I mean, I don't want to take any chances. Ooh. Oh, a knife! Yay! Oh, I didn't even know that connected there. No, I didn't mean to do it again. I didn't even click it again. I was holding it. Oh, I wasted 2 on that guy. Shoot. Okay, back we go. I've got 1 left. Wandering Paladin says, Spake, ammo, and RPD go develop film. Oh, there's Spike ammo in the Raccoon Police Department. Go develop the film? Oh. Alright, I will. Spark, he says. Okay, so that's for the waste disposal doors. Ah!
Shit!
What? Fire bat! Oh, that's right. Come on, get off me!
I got a surprise for you.
Got him! Do I gotta do that again? Shoot.
All right, time for an encore.
Whoa!
I'm so sorry, Sherry. This is taking forever.
And we're back. Come on, kid.
Sherry, Mommy's here. Sherry, Sherry, can you hear me?
Oh no.
What do you mean Mommy's here? She left her kid in here to die.
Sherry?
Claire?
Sherry, are you all right?
Ooh, she's infected.
What are you doing?
I'm here to help.
Sherry's been implanted. She can't be saved.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're her mother. Get in here!
You don't understand. William is still out there, and if I don't stop him...
This conversation is over!
Oh no! Claire!
Wait!
Wait! I can treat her. In my lab. It's not far away.
Well, why did you do so from the beginning?
Mommy?
Her go-to option was to let the kid die in there? Oh wait, I've got a backup plan.
There's
We
not
could
enough
take her to
time.
the lab.
Millions of lives are at stake. Sherry, Mommy loves you, sweetie.
But you gotta die.
Goodbye.
Ah! Oh, you
Are you
stinking.
fucking kidding me?
Oh.
Sherry, don't worry. I will get you whatever you need, okay?
Oh, why are you doing this?
Because I care.
Maternal instinct.
Thank you, Claire.
Oh, what an awful mother. I can't even imagine. Zane the Insane says, join our Silence fan club, Ox. It's like the G-Man fan club, only quieter. Yeah, I could imagine a Silence fan club wouldn't be very loud. Can I loot anything while holding this girl? Probably not. So, no point in exploring this little place. It's clear anywhere. Anyway, oh, we can take her to water purification. Hey. Looting there. Oh, no. Oh, man. Can't open the door now.
Ned said her lab's not far. Wait, that cable car.
What happens if I have to shoot a zombie?
Hold on, Sherry. You're gonna be fine. Almost there, Sherry.
I can't set her down to loot.
We're almost there.
Hang tight, kid. I know you're infected with something that's
Good.
taking over your entire
Cable
body,
car.
but I found some bullets back there and a knife. I'll be back.
Here. Okay. There you go. Just hold on, Sherry, okay? You're gonna be just fine.
Oh, great.
Better check everything.
Yeah,
No turning back.
I'm going back for my loot that I left. Stay there, kid. I got bullets to get. Did I leave bullets just lying around? Oh, yeah. Another knife. Were there other bullets? Oh. They were right here. Okay, is that everything? Oh, I can't go back there. And there was nothing in there. Ooh. All right, don't need this anymore. Whoop. Don't need that anymore. I've got 2 knives. I'm gonna save one for later. We've got an EMP, grenade, and a knife as a backup weapon. I don't have any ammo for this, so might as well store that. I do have ammo for this. Oh, there's the roll of film. Do I need to go all the way back? Yep, for the spark ammo. Says Sir Dublock. Oh, God. Okay. So I need to go back to that elevator. Oh, but I'll need the rook. Right? Man, forget it. I don't care about the spark ammo. That's just a lot of backtracking, and I'm tired. I need some sleep. Let's just continue on. And the final submachine gun mod. Is there another submachine gun mod? Oh. Well, I can't give up on a submachine gun mod. Okay, fine. Fine. Edward says I don't need the rook. Why? Don't I need to lower the bridge? To get to... Oh, work break room. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't need the rook. Man, you guys, I don't know how you do it. I'm playing the game and I'm having a really hard time remembering the layout of all of this, and you guys got it down. It's like you're old pros at this game. All right, let's go develop the film, get the spark ammo, get the final submachine gun mod, and then I'm sure the kid'll keep. The kid'll keep. But now I gotta worry about Mr. X. He's gonna haunt me in this doggone place. Okay, now that I'm back here. There's the dark room. I can go through the West office into the dark room to develop the film. I'm not going to run because Mr. X could hear me. Well, I will run a little bit. Okay. Hiding place. Telephone on desk. Radio on desk. Where is that? East office. Is it the East office? Telephone on desk, radio on desk. Oh no, that was in the STARS office, wasn't it? Was that in the STARS office? It's right above me. I can go check. Wesker's office, STARS office. Oh, everyone is saying STARS office. Okay, thank you. Are they both in the STARS office? Chat is saying yes, they're both in the STARS office. Telephone on desk. Yay! Check it. Bingo! I got it. Hey, high capacity mod. All right, now where's the radio on desk? It's not here. It's got to be another room. Edward says the second photo is the press room. Oh. Press room. Okay, well, what's the fastest way there? Through the library, across the hall. Up the stairs. Tiptoe. No Mr. X yet. Should I risk running? I'll risk it. Okay, press room is right through there. Everything for a little bit of ammo. Just a little bit. Radio on desk. There it is. Needle cartridges. They're needle cartridges. 7 rounds. Excellent. And we're done. No more Mr. X. Really? He died? I didn't think he died during that scene. I thought he was just incapacitated. I mean, he was the final boss with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. So who's going to be the final boss with Claire? He's dead? Mr. X is totally dead. Awesome. Yay! Oh, great. Now I wonder who the boss is going to be for Claire. Star's office missed something. What? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? What did I miss in the Star's office? I was just there. I got the magazine. I missed a picture in the Star's office? Come on, guy. Why are you always waiting there? Zane the Insane says, that zombie was having a good time with that door. Yeah, well, I don't want to know what kind of time he was having. It was too good. There's a statue behind the computer in the Star's office. How did I miss that? A picture? All right, well, I'm going back to the Star's office for crying out loud. This game has the most backtracking of any game. Star's office. Wandering Paladin says, roll a film with a girly pic on it. Not worth it? Really? Okay, back at Star's office. Behind the picture. That picture? Behind the picture in the Star's office. If there's nothing here, guys, I'm going to be livid. What? In the desk. The desk drawer? The desk where you got the submachine gun. This is the desk where I got the submachine gun mod, guys. There's a picture. There's nothing here. I can't interact with anything. Are you guys thinking of Leon? Box? I'm literally standing right here. This is, oh, one of these pictures? You're trolling. You're trolling me, guys. You're messing with me. There is nothing else in this office. I was all the way back to the I was almost back there to the elevator. You guys had me come all the way back to the doggone Star's office, and there's nothing here. Guys, it's in there. It says Soul Ether. I'm here. There's nothing here. Wesker came and got the picture because I left the room. Really. Harry Mason says, strange, she should be able to get that roll of film too, I thought. What, that roll of film? I remember getting that with Leon, but I couldn't get that with her. Yeah, I can't get that roll of film. You have to read something first for it to appear. Oh, says Murden. Oh, well, that might be it. I mean, I read almost everything, but there were some things that I skipped because I already read them on Leon. All right, well, look, I did my due diligence. I really did. This better not get me killed. I guess I can't see the roll of film. I remember we got the roll of film on Leon. I'm trying to remember what it was. Something about a trip, maybe? Was it a trip that one of the other guys took? Edward says it's just a picture of one of the Stars members dressed as a cheerleader, Ox, nothing special. Oh, okay. You guys had me come all the way back for that. Fun. And I was running because I forgot he was waiting for me around the corner. Zane the Insane says, Ox, I remember in the original game you had to force search, as in press X, the desk like 10 to 50 times to get it. I don't know if it's the same here. Well, I'm not about to go back and try. After all of that and getting swiped at by a stinking tongue zombie, I got the mod, I got the ammunition. I'll skip the girly pit, all right? We'll skip the girly pit. And I got hurt because of it. Doggone it. You guys will just have to Google that one and relish the cheerleader pick on your own time. But we can skip it for now. If I can remember how to get back. I'm on sewers. Sarah says, wow, Ox found $2 for his trouble. Sarah, thank you. You're very kind for the $2. I appreciate it. Okay, we're back here. Toxic Sean says, I really like the Resident Evil games. I'm glad you're playing it. Thanks. We started with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and it was so much fun that we decided to move on to 2 here. And it's been a blast. Maybe I'll have to play some of the others. Brandon Fisher says, raw thoughts of Cyberpunk. I'm thinking about getting a refund. I talked a bit about it at the beginning of the game, and for all of the graphical glitches and strange problems, I'm still enjoying my time in the world. And bear in mind that this is going to be a highly modded game, right? Fallout 4 was a highly modded game right when it came out, and that's what's going to extend the life of it. Modders, if CD Projekt Red doesn't fix many of these issues, which they should, but if they don't, modders will fix many of the issues. And if you're into modding, it can be a really rewarding game to modify it, create your own EMBs, make it look the way you want to, fix the things that bother you, turn it into the playground you always wanted it to be. So for those reasons, it's, you know, it's still a good game to have. And we're still enjoying the streams. Okay.
This tram is bound for Nest. Do not exit until the final destination.
Hey. Are you okay?
Your jacket's so warm.
My brother gave it to me. You know it's supposed to be lucky.
It doesn't have sleeves.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
How is it warm without
Are
sleeves?
you kidding me? You were doing just fine without me, so I came along and got you all sorts of trouble. I have something of yours.
I don't want it.
Really? Why not? It's so pretty.
Mom gave it to me.
It's from my mom. For my birthday last year. All I really wanted was for her to be home more.
I know it seems like your mom doesn't care, but... Hey, Sherry, come here. Hey, hang in there, okay?
Now arriving at Nest.
It's okay. I've got you.
Edward J says, dang, that's some bad pink eye. Maybe yellow eye. Her eye is a little yellow. Toxic Sean says, short shorts. Oh, that's right. We put her in the short shorts costume, didn't we? Short shorts.
I'm getting you treatment. Just hold on, Sherry. It's okay.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open.
I'm being very safe.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open.
Oh, don't you dare shut on me. Oh.
Welcome to Nest. Enjoy your visit.
Ted E says, Oxhorn, you should do a stream of just the 3 DLCs from Resident Evil 2 and then do Resident Evil 3 Remake to fully fill in the story. Resident Evil 2 and 3 take place at the same time. Oh, okay. I'll consider it. Okay, where can we put her down? Pardon me. Ooh. Can we put her in the chair? Nope. Can we put her in the chest? Nope. It's where we store everything else. All right, she's a kid. Can't do that. Oh, look at this. A bed. Perfect.
Okay. Here you go.
Ooh.
All right.
That is a bad case of pink eye.
Now what? There's got to be something here. Antiviral agent. That's it. That's got to be it.
Good thing that email was opened up.
Hey, Sherry. I gotta go. You stay right here, though, okay? I'll be back soon. I promise.
Toxic Sean says, bless you, my dude. Thank you very much. All right, let's check out these emails. Important. Nest-wide alert. Due to an incident in the North area, all Nest personnel are to immediately use the Devil antiviral agent on themselves. Devil is the only way to prevent G mutation. If you have been infected with the G virus, seek help immediately to target and destroy the G cells in your body. This email is automatically generated in the event of an emergency. Please do not reply to this message. Oh, we're wonderful. We're trying to find something called Devil to inject in a kid. Let's just inject the kid with some Devil. That'll cure her. What's this? Research Lab North Area Map. Bingo. So that's a cable car platform. Oh, I remember all this now. Wow, they gave me a bunch. I'm all stocked up on that. Okay, well, oh, that's right. We've got those plant zombie creatures. I'm going to need my grenade launcher. Let's put the flame rounds back. I'm going to need that. I've got my SMG rounds. I can put these back because I don't need them. I've got one grenade. Well, I've got my knife. I'll just have one in case I get attacked by surprise. All right, plenty of SMG rounds. 6 45 caliber rounds. That's not a lot. I've got 5 of those around. That's not a lot either. Let's save. Okay. Tell you what, this is a perfect place to stop. I've been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I know that's shorter than I typically do, but I need to get some sleep. I've had a really long week. I've had a fun week, but it's been really long. I'm going to get some shut-eye so that I can get up bright and early tomorrow morning to continue with Cyberpunk 2077. And I hope that each and every one of you will be there to join me, unless, of course, you want to avoid spoilers, which is understandable. But yeah, we're gonna do an all-day thing tomorrow. 4 or 5 hours maybe. We did 5 hours plus earlier today of Cyberpunk, and I plan to do as long as I can tomorrow as well. Let's try to get through the entire heist quest to finish off the prologue. That's my goal there. We'll see how far we can get. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to dive back in. I hope you'll be there with me. But for now, let's all get some sleep. I think we all need it. I definitely do. Thank you so much for joining me for Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 587 and this latest broadcast of Resident Evil. I'm really enjoying the Resident Evil games, so I think I like the idea of continuing with Resident Evil 3 after we're done with 2. I'll put a pin in that and come back to that later. Anyway, thanks again for coming. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early with some Cyberpunk 2077. Bye-bye now.
Ugh.